obtained by 120 candidates was 120 candidates was 35. If the average marks of passed candidates was 39, the average marks of passed candidate candidates was 39. And that of the failed candidates was 15. And that of the failed candidates was, and that of the failed candidates was candidates was 15. The number of candidates who passed the examination is the number of candidates who passed the examination is So let us make a point out, my dear guys. Here total how many candidates are there? 120 candidates. 120 candidates, average is how much? 35. Let us make it right here. Total 120 candidates were there, their average is 35. If the average marks of a passed candidates was 35 and that of the failed candidates was 15, the number of candidates who passed the examination is, let me check here, total students is how much? 120, their average is how much? 35. The summation of a total students is nothing but product of a total number of the students and their average. All right. Out of 120, some people are passed in the examination. How many people are passed in that examination? We don't have any clarity. Let's suppose out of 120, X number of people passed in that examination. And their average also we came to know, that is 39. 39 into X could be the 39X. This is the total sum of a passed candidates here. Next one, out of 120, X students were passed in that examination, means 120 minus X students should be failed in that examination. Total summation of a people in the examination equals to summation of a passed students and summation of the failed students. Alright, failed students were 120 minus x, and failed candidates, alright, failed candidates average also we came to know, that is 15. Right now the number of candidates who passed in the examination, means x value we have to find out here. Let us go for the calculation. My dear guys. 120 into 35 equals to 39x plus 15 into 120 minus 15x. 120 comes to this side. If I take 120 as common, 35 minus 15 equals to 24x. 24 how many times applicable? 5 times. X equals to 5 into 20, 100. How many students are passed in that examination, my dear guys? Here, out of 120, 100 students are only passed in that examination, and the remaining 20 students are failed in that examination. Let us put a focus here. 120 students and their average is 35. This one is the justification. 120 students average is 35. Total summation equals to passed students are how much? 100. Their average 39. Failed 20, average 15. Let us make a point out here. Passed students are how much here? It's 39. Great. 120 into 35, 3600 plus 600, 4200, 3900 plus 300 equals to 4200 equals to 4200. That is correct. That is correct means we have practically met that condition. We have practically met that condition means the total number of a passed candidates of a examination is 100. When we go for that allegation method, my dear guys, when we go for that allegations and mixtures here, so total how many students? 120 students. Here total how many quantities we got it? Passed students average, failed students average. What about the average of a passed candidates? 39. Failed candidates 15. We have to write like this information. And 120 students average we came to know, that is how much? 120 students average we know, that is 35. 35 should write here in between. This one is applicable for passed and failed candidates. Next one you should go for that calculation here. 39 minus 35, 4. 35 minus 15, 20. 20 is to 4 means what ratio here? 5 is to 1. Let me check here. So this is how allegation method we have to do it. Let me check here. Total how many parts of students are passed? How many parts of students are passed in the exam? 100. When I talk about here, 5 parts of a students passed in the examination and 1 part of a students only failed into the examination. 5 parts of a students qualified into the examination, 1 part of a students are failed into the examination. 5 parts of a students qualified, 1 part of a student failed in that examination. Total how many parts of a students only in that examination? 6 parts. So 6 parts equals to how much? 120. 6 parts of a student equals to 120 means 1 part of a student equals to how much? 20. One part equals to 20 means how many parts of a students only qualified into the examination? 5 parts. One part equals to 20 means 5 parts equals to how much? 100. Like this also we can do it, my dear guys. Whenever we do have more than one quantity in that given information, in that case we can go ahead for that alligations and mixtures. By using that alligations and mixtures chart, we can do it any one of the chapter, especially the questions which are having more than one quantity. That's how we should do it, my dear guys. Here also 100 students passed and here also 100 students only. So the best method for this kind of questions would be alligations and mixtures. Let us put a focus on that method. That's all right. Okay guys, the average of marks obtained by marks obtained by 100 students was the average of marks obtained by 100 students was 40. If the average of passed candidates was 50, if the average of passed candidates was 50, and that of failed candidates was 30. And that of failed candidates was 30. Find the number of students who failed in the examination. Find the number of students who failed in the examination. Find the number of students who failed in the examination. So let me check, my dear guys. In this question we have to find out the failed candidates into the examination. Already we know here also total summation of the candidates is how much? Total summation of the candidates means how many people participated? 40. What about their average? Average is 40. Total number of the students are 100. Great. If the average of passed candidates was 50, in that 100 some people were qualified into the examination, that means passed in that examination. Out of 100, how many people are passed into the examination we don't know. Let's suppose X number of students passed into the examination, and what about their average? Their average also we came to know that is 50, and out of 100 X number of people qualified into the examination means the rest of the people, that is 100 minus X, the rest of the people should be disqualified into the examination, and even though we came to know what about their average, that is 30, total summation is equal to sum of the passed candidates and failed candidates. That is what only we have mentioned here. Total summation is how much? 100 into 40, 50x plus 100 into 50 minus 30x. Let me check here. How many times only applicable? Passed candidates was 50 and that of failed candidates was 30. 100 students was 40, alright. So 100 students was 30 means, let us put attention here, 100 into 30. Let us go for the calculation. If I take 100 as common, 40 minus 30, 20x, x equals to how much? 50. X equals to 50 means out of 100, how many people are only qualified into the exam? 50. 50 people are qualified into the exam means how many people are failed into the examination? How many people are failed into the examination? 100 minus 50. 50 people passed into the examination means 50 people failed into the examination. That is what only here. If you go for justification, let us make a justification here. Check whether we got it right option or not. 100 into 40 equals to 50 into 50 plus 50 into 30. 2500 plus 1500. That means we have satisfied the condition here also. We have satisfied the condition here means total 50 students are only failed in the examination. Even these kind of questions, in this question also we came to know 100 students and 2 scenarios, passed average and failed average. Average of a passed candidates 50, failed candidates was 30 and 100 people's average 40. Let us go for the alligations and mixtures short here. If you go for alligations and mixtures, here also we can use it alligations and mixtures. Why? Because in this question also we came to know 2 quantities. That means more than 1 quantity, passed students average and failed students average. 50 minus 40, 10. 40 minus 30, 10. 1 is to 1 ratio. That means 1 part of a people were qualified in the examination and 1 part of a people were failed in that examination. Total how many parts? 2 parts. 2 parts equals to how much? 100. 2 parts equals to 100 means 1 part equals to how much? 50. 1 part equals to 50 means how many parts of people only failed in that exam? How many parts only? 1 part. 1 part means 50 students are only failed in that examination. I think now you understand the people what is the importance of alligations and mixtures. Whenever we get more than 1 quantity or 1 quality into the given information, for that all the kind of questions directly we can apply alligations and mixtures short, so that easily we can make a conclusion of that question, and even we can make the requirement of that question also. That means while understanding that question itself, you will come to know whether is it really work out with that alligations and mixtures short or not. That's how we have to do it, my dear guys, especially the questions which are related to the averages, and even we can use it into the allocations and mixtures also. If at all when we get like more than 1 or 2 quantities, even 3 quantities are also available, then we can apply same shot, we will get it very clearly. Okay, I think now you people understand the overview of averages. These kind of questions repeatedly will be presented into the most of the examinations, dear guys. Let us put attention on those all the questions, and again let us make a move for that one more topic in that quantitative aptitude. Alright, my dear guys, alright.